as Klepto mulianza kupata do after like what amount of time ya kuperform kupata like some money at least to be able to survive on something that now kept pushing you ndio mka stick na music?
I remember our first major gig was Mix Unplugged.
Yeah.
Mix Unplugged. I think ilikuwa 2002 ama 2002.
Yeah.
On stage ilikuwa the late Isa Mari, Iko Nini. Alafu sisi tulikuwa tuna launch Hare. Hiyo ndo siku launch Hare. Tuliperform kidogo tu. And from that gig tuli make some money out of that.
Yeah.
I think it was about 15K.
Okay. Kila mtu ngovo. Hii time ko how old?
17.
Okay. Yeah.
I was 17, man. Then we did a couple of shows. My first show in Kisumu, I was in Form 4 the following year after that.
Yeah.
Shows za machuo hizi. So, money is from shows zilikuwa zinaingia.
Yeah.
Sana. And then now on the side, ndo nika-realize, kumbe mazee, apart from iyo mazee, unaweza make ganji kuandika mavasi za mabidhaa hivi.
Okay.
This was introduced to me by the late David Ohingo.
Yeah.
He was a creative at an agency then called DDB CCL.
Oh, okay.
I remember the first rap that I wrote nilikuwa Form 4. Akanipatia job ya Fresh Fry Premium Cooking Oil. Buda maze niliangushiwa. Imagine umetoka show, nimelipwa 5K yangu, but kuna msee amekaa hapa ameniambia wewe tengeneza maze hii rap ya hii mafuta, shika 30K.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Hiyo time ko 17.
Bruh. Hiyo Fresh Fry imekam salini nimemaliza tu Form 4.
Uko 18 sasa.
18.
Yeah.
But huku pia kuna mwindi mwingine kando amaona kikundi imetembea. Mpandre maza amedai verse. Anataka nimweke verse. Akanipiga do. 30K ingine. So,
Mpandre kwa nataka verse ya?
Si verse tu ameka ngoma ya Kihindi anaka verse.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Brand ilikuwa imetembea vipoa though. Maze. So, pesa ilikuwa tulikuwa tuna make do, but at that point focus yetu haikuwa ku make do.
Yeah.
Focus yetu ilikuwa the next verse I'm going to write will be better than the previous one.
The previous. Okay.
So it was more focused on the craft na the skill. So juu do ilikuwa na an issue your time.
Yeah. You're still young, you rely on others.
But hata hivyo, see next week there'll be something will come out.
Yeah.
Whether itaitwa gig ama mse mwingine tu atakama nipatie form itajipa. So tulikuwa na biz hata na show hiyo time. Kulikuwa na shows na biz ilikuwa na flow hata without being conscious about financial freedom.
Yeah.
And I think at that point, because we were coming from a pure place, we were financially free. Compared to when now we realized
there's money.
There is money. That's now where the problems began.
Yeah, okay. Cause kabla hata tuendelee na history ya do, kuna performance moja ile time ulifanyaga, I don't know if you can remember it, at St. George's Primary. I think ilikuwa secondary, I think ama ni State House, one of the two, St. George's ama State House. Ilikuwa moja along Dennis Street. And DNA alikuwa anasema that's what turned him into the DNA. Hiyo ndio ilifanya saa kataka kudubanjuka. Ati muliingia kwa stage, ati it looked like the girls were fainting. Unajua? Na sasa yeye alikuwa amezoea that hardcore that hardcore ikabidi jo banjuka so sijuko nakumbuka hiyo performance. Was it St George's ama
St George's, St G, along Dennis Street Road. St George's Girls.
yeah
Hey.
kwa crazy.
So that time, I think, I don't know whether we had done 2 songs, but just one. But I remember we did a couple of shows in St. G, State House Girls, Moi Nairobi Girls, Quartet. Hizo mavisho. Unajua hiyo time kulikuwa na mavisho.
Yeah.
So even within our circles, while still in school, we had a pool. Tulikuwa na audience kali sana, cause literally our peers in high school are the ones who escalated our brand.
Yeah.
Them, they were just down for good music, good performances. So like I said, focus yetu ilikuwa the performance has to be sick. Stage.
Yeah.
Bro, ilikuwa unaona venye equivalent ya Nairobi school performance yetu kwa pitch rugby ilikuwa everything. It was like a religion. So away from the pitch, performance pia musically kwa stage, it was a thing. Let me give you a kulikuwa na cheerleader wetu. As in, even cheerleading was a thing. We went to schools to play rugby, and the cheerleading and the team had to choreograph how it's going to be done. So we took time to presentation. Na hiyo ndo kitu yenye naona wase wa young wenye wana release sai mziki kwa, especially now streaming, young guys are unable to create albums. They think they are.
Yeah.
I'm hearing guys saying, I have an album. I'm like, what do you mean you have an album? Or you've taken a couple of singles and you've compiled something and you want to call that an album? Nah, man. Lazima go through extended play ka 10, utengeneze mixtape ka 4.
Yeah.
Ndo sasa useme I want to make an album. So hiyo time na feel ni kama maze tunaianza tu tena. Na feel sasa hiyo ilikuwa kaa testing 1 2 ndo sasa twende kaendete.
Yeah. Alafu ukisema ati vile mlidiscover do iko kukaanza kuwa na shida, unamaanisha nini?
So when I'm saying money, there had to be a lot of mentorship that was actually financial discipline was required.
Yeah.
And that has a lot to do with even just understanding paperwork. Now, what would I tell a 16-year-old Collo? Register your... okay, first of all, embrace your wellness.
Yeah.
Spirituality, mental health. Make sure you're having conversations around those different dimensions, whether it's social, environment, your vocation. Have a conversation around your wellness. And then, as far as the paperwork is concerned, register your business name. Register the group,
Yeah.
Klepto,
Yeah.
as a business name.
Yeah.
Have agreements amongst you before even talking to Ogopa DJs.
Yeah.
Then do split sheets for every song the moment you enter a studio. Now those are some of the things we zilitupita.
Yeah.
Unaona? So at the point we were doing shows, because even contract yetu na Ogopa ilikuwa unique compared to the rest of the artists who were there then.
Yeah.
Us guys just signed for an album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't at a timeline. It was just for the album. We kept our end of the shows. after that and after finishing our tour in the US, when we came back, then I started hearing of downloads. And then I was curious to find out what's this story about downloads.
Hiyo sana ni skiza.
So maskiza unasikia downloads. Na story ya royalties.
Yeah.
So 2009 is when I really nearly dive into your conversation. 2008, from about 2008, 2009, your time ndo Morris Okoth alikuwa na join in kwa the GM at that time.
MCSK.
At MCSK. So nikaanza kuenlighten you about split sheets. Na si ati kukua na contracts.
Yeah.
But at that point when I got to realize, have you ever felt misused? Juu tulikuwa na so unaweza imagine what was going through my mind looking at hindsight. Ilikuwa yani hii talent yangu, hii gift yangu, venye nimekam nimeinvest. Juu si ati tulienda studio for free.
Yeah.
Tumespend hours, tumeburn the midnight oil, bruh.
Yeah.
Hata canning sessions za sisi kwenda kutana kuandika, whether ilikuwa ni veve inanunuliwa, madrinks, hata ka ilikuwa ni madema zetu tunaleta madema tukuchill nao, ilikuwa ina cost.
Yeah.
So imagining hiyo yote hizo labs tumepiga, alafu unasikia kuna mse alichukua hiyo kitu aka make something out of it, but no one said anything. Now me more so ile kitu ilini yani nilikuwa na like, oh my god, ni stories za skiza. It was heartbreaking.
How much do you think was made from skiza kwani?
Billions.
Na sasa nyinyi kama Klepto do ya skiza ilikuwa inaenda wapi kwani?
Sasa si ndio hiyo sasa mazee inarudi kwa hiyo conversation yetu ya how do men in this country perceive each other.
Yeah.
Na hiyo naongea about wase wenye wako tech, wenye walikuwa, kuna wase wenye walikuwa kwa hiyo mbogi. Sitaki kutaja majina juu sitaki kudisrespect mse mwingine, but wanajijua. Hizo kampuni nazo naweza tu zitaja.
Bansoft.
Hata Bansoft utadil naye baadaye. Kuna hii Liberty. Unajua hakunanga msero chafu kama mse mwenye anakakulia pale aja.
Ajapika. Ajaleta kuni.
Juo ni mse mwenye ana soul. Unaona? But sisi ni representatives wa Christ Jesus. So si ato wahoi. Now looking at hindsight, mseka huyo ni mse miserable sana pali huko.
Kwani walifanya nini?
Sasa unachukua tu doza, mnachukua product ya mse, mnatengeneza mkwanja mingi.
Walipeleka like sasa skiza.
So ilifika point, na si hao pekee. Kwa hiyo mbogi kulikuwa na kina Cellulant, seo tu wote.
Okay.
So Liberty, Orchard, sijui Cellulant, Bansoft, seo wote. Ni mateki wenye walikuwa na hiyo technology.
Na wakaforesee the future.
Na walikuwa wanaelewa, but wakaingia kwa bed na Safcom. Hiyo time.
Yeah.
Now it's the same way. Kuna time flani mazee nishaiserve radio station flani juu ya ilikuwa actually ni media group nzima. But mi sikuwa na serve hao. Nilikuwa na serve show yenye walikuwa wana play. Ile XYZ puppets zinaimba. So mi nashindwa, mnafanya puppets zinaimba mangoma zetu. Nikolza, say nani wana sponsor hii show? Wakisema hii show iko na sponsorship ya USAID. So nashindwa okay, hakuna msanii anaweza nipigia tu aniulize we kuna show tuko nayo tunaka kupromote muziki zenyu, may we kindly use it to just that so that hata mimi leverage on your opportunity, but akukuwa na communication na staki kublame say I had to grow. So ukiongea juu ile time nili drop ball when I decided to pick a handbrake was because at that point I became very bitter about everything that was happening, and that bitterness was affecting me and also the relationships that I had with these people. So whether it's people from Cellulant, whether it's people from Liberty, whether it's people from Bansop, the individuals, the relationship became very sour. But did I want to have bad relationships with them? No. I was just like, this is an injustice. And then, when you're in a place where manipulation and control is heavy, they miscommunicate you, then they excommunicate you. So at some point I got blackballed, I got shadow banned across everywhere. But they can't stop. They can't stop this. This is power, bro. And it'll never die. That's the thing.
Yeah. But don't you think like Safaricom as a brand, it's so huge that sifikiri na siitetei because of course haijai advertise na sisi. Siwezi sema like asi wakicheza watu Safaricom was involved. Mi nafeel ni kama maybe useme ule mse like the guy at Safaricom alikuwa na deal na ase ndio maybe alikuwa involved, but Safaricom as a brand I think it's like unajua ile profit your company make from musicians.
It's a number one tax paying company. I don't have an issue with the institution. I have a challenge and an issue with the individuals in the institutions.
Okay.
I have a personal issue with those individuals because those are the guys who are not forward thinkers. They are not mature. They need healing. They are hurt people. You see? So for you to be representing a certain well-established institution that is racking in billions of shillings, if you're smart, you reinvest in creating your own culture capital. It doesn't. What do you gain by depriving your cultural actors their right? Does it make you? It goes back to classes. Did they form a certain class of people who's like, screw these guys? You see? Now, for me, those are the concerns I have, the underlying issue. So Safcom is a great institution. In fact, it's a learning curve. But those individuals who are in these positions of authority, are they in order?
Kutrai kutetea msanii.
Hata sikutetea.
Kumpatia haki yake.
Are they as individuals in order? Like sale unadu kenye unadu in your right mind. Unaona kenye unadu iko sawa tu. By sale unadhulumu mse, sale unachukua do unasema ndachukua hii do ya huyu mse ni kule hii do. Are you in your right mind?
Okay.
You know there are some things you do and then you know I'm not doing the right thing. Then you continue doing that thing. At some point, you can choose to embrace the conviction that whatever you're doing is not right and find a way of correcting it, or you perish in that sin. Si atisi kuitwa kando na wase. Kutrai kunipatia mami kwanje za kando.
So hii time ukifight ulikuwa na fight ya Klepto as a group
Si Klepto as a group. Mi nilikuwa najifightia first of all as me.
Okay.
At that point I'd already nilikuwa nishachapa hiyo lap yangu yote nimeanza mziki, nimeinvest in my music, nimechapa form 2 3 4, nimemaliza, tumechapa 2003 4 5 6 7, tumemaliza tour, nimerudi post election, vitu zimeenda venye zimeenda, nataka kurestructure, kuregroup, nirudi kudu kenye nafaa kudu. But sale narudi kudu kenye nafaa kudu na realize huku kumbe watu ni tofauti.
Watu wanaishi vizuri.
Si ati watu wanaishi watu waishi vizuri.
Zisi nasema wanaishi vizuri na kazi yako jo, na jasho yako. By that I mean
na joke yenye unasema na get context.
Yeah.
Na get context yako, but mimi nasema huo mse mwenye anafikiria anaishi vizuri pali anaishi, aishi vizuri. How much money do you need to be happy? Does it make you happy to take from someone's pocket?
Yeah.
If it makes you happy, you have no soul. In fact, I'm not God, I'm not a judge, but someone like that, auko shocked mseka huyo life yao tu ina nashindwa nani alienda.
So kuna moja, kwa hiyo nini wote ule ashaenda ama wote wako? The good die young, man. That means the evil live.
Sijai wafuatilia juu after hiyo ku receive Christ nilirealize siko hapo. I'm not of this world. I'm in it for a reason, but I'm not. In fact, people like those need me, because at a time like this they need salvation. Because then the money is never enough.
Okay.
Special shout out to those individuals from back in the day who thought that they would misuse us. Now I'm here to tell them that Jesus is Lord.
Yeah. So, but still goes to the question. So, Klepto's money used to go where? Tusemeka Klepto alikuwa moja hizo Liberty, Bandsoft, Cellulant. Who used to get the money? Because of course they'd get a share from Safaricom alafu na distribute. Nani alikuwa na get hiyo do?
Now, hey, that's a very, very interesting question. So, looking at hindsight,
Yeah.
we need, for the policies to be executed, we need entertainment law. There is no entertainment law even being offered as a study in the continent. So corporates, and these people within this company, these so-called PRSPs, they know, there's no order. Situchafue. Now, today, you have people called publishers who work with distributors. So the publisher is in charge of making sure that they collect whatever revenues come and they distribute to the authors, the arrangers, the producers, Ideally, that should be the case. When it comes to music publishing in this country, it's a very sensitive topic. Because, of course, there are classes.
Yeah.
Kuna classes zenye zilikuwa zina run hii kitu for the longest time, and any newcomer who did not toe or kwenda nayo mtaratara, then they become excommunicated after being miscommunicated. The monies went through these so-called CMOs, especially royalties. So ideally, any radio station, any TV station runs because of the conversation and the music.
Yeah.
Ideally, whatever revenue that they collect from any advertiser, a percentage, for instance, 3.5, should go back to the content creators through the publishers or record labels. That should be the ideal case. But who owns these radio stations and TV stations, the media houses? You'll find a lot are owned by politicians who are threatened by the kind of influence that musicians, producers, and other artists have. So that's why I was telling you at the very beginning that in Kenya, if you are a musician, your kazi yako ilikuwa ukuja uimbe alafu toka uende. More so that you're not equipped to make sure you have the right enablers around you. So that's what we are correcting. So when you talk of the money, we've lost billions. Kuna line ingine musema inasema mentality ya trillionaire. Nikianguka ilikuwa ya billionaire. Tukianza tulikuwa mamilionea, hakuna kujibizana, nyamaza nikiongea. Unaona? So mi nimefika point yenye wealth, never lose your soul confusing money for wealth. Yeah. And you know, I'm an evangelist.
Okay. But wacha still ni rewind kidogo. The US tour, this was when?
2006, 2007.
So mkaenda as the three of you?
Yes, the 2006 one was at BB King's. Orange County tuliland. Tukaenda Universal Studios.
Yeah.
On stage on Friday was Karibu Night. On stage was Kleptomaniacs and Indigenous at BB King's live.
Yeah.
The following day, Saturday, was Party Night.
Same place.
With, who was this? No? Longombas? They did the last one on Sunday.
Yeah.
This other one was Nameless and Bamboo.
Oh, Nameless and Bamboo.
Yes. Then Sunday, Kwaheri Night was Longombas and Masi Myra. That was 06. Now 07 tukarudi. Na show yetu ya kwanza ilikuwa New Jersey. Tukachapaka 4 months.
Tukiwa States.
Tulipiga
so
state to state.
Wapi?
I think tulidrive across 26 states.
Yeah.
We're on the road, bro.
Na hiyo visa ilikuwa gani kwani? Ya artist ama ile B1,
work permit.
B2?
No, work permit.
Oh, work permit.
Yeah. Ilikuwa an amazing experience courtesy of True Black Entertainment, the RIP, the late Kevin Ombajo. Yeah, man.
Oh, Big Kevin ndiye alikuwa ameorganize.
Alikuwa part of hiyo mbogi yenye walikuwa na put that together na kina Dixon Gunjiri. Special shout out to Dicky Lights. Badu. I've not seen Badu since then. Yeah, man. Ilikuwa crazy, bro.
Yeah. Alafu this is unasema 2007. Then at what point do you, cause last Kleptomania song ilikuwa recorded when?
The last Klepto song that we recorded together then was Things You Do.
Which year?
2006. But at Babs on the Track.
Oh, okay.
Where I did Msichana High Class. Yeah. Now he did the beat. Then we went to record the song at Guido's. Actually, Guido Kibukosia, man. A special shout out to Guido, man.
Yeah. Okay. So 2007 after hii tour, is this the time that sasa Nyashinski alibaki huko, nyi mkakuja, like what happened? Because naye kuna ile time ilikuwa yeye yuko US, nyi mko Kenya, and that's when I think people thought Klepto sasa it's gone, it's because amko the same place, amko
ayo time seasons zilikuwa zimesha change hata kwa atmosphere juu once again nakumbuka nikiwa kwa airport after the last show when we woke up in the morning, Nyasha alikuwa ananiuliza, we Collo uko sure mazo unaka kurudi Kenya bro? Juu unajua folks wake walikuwa huko, siblings wake walikuwa huko, mi mother pia amekuwa huko for the longest time. So I had that choice to either stay back in the US or come back to Kenya, but I decided to come back to Kenya because I was young at the same time. Nilikuwa nishazoea maisha ya Nairobi na useleb jo, so nilikuwa nafikiria sasa baki state. I couldn't want to even imagine. So decide to kurudi, nikasema God will figure me out, you know. And in the process tulirudi na Roba, tukapiga show Dubai. Na promoter fulani anaitwa Hassan Waziri maze. Ule alituonesha maneno bana. Lakini nampenda sana. Juu the first gig maze tulipiga na ilikuwa fiti 2007 October, I remember it. Jiondo tulimaliza kupiga hivi nilikuwa na Professor J. Special shout out to Professor. Tulikama maze, ndo saa hiyo PNU campaigns zikaingia, tukanyosha, tukatengeneza hapo tumkwanja. But at that point maze, by the time president alikuwa na announce maze, there was just a dark cloud across the entire space, bro. It wasn't business as usual. So we had to regroup, of course, but at that point, even just going to studios so 2008 I tried to do my own solo thing. Going into 2009 tuka record the Party Don't Stop, but ili release 2011.
2 years later.
2 years later with the video. But the song was ready. So I used to really advocate for them. Anywhere I went, I used to blast Camp Mulla's music. Literally, naweza sema, confidently, me only discover Camp Mulla by sheer fact of hanging out with them in studio and trying to figure out how do we put this music out there. Nasema ati kwanza leo nimekam kuset the record straight. Mino nilipelekea Shafi ngoma ya Camp Mulla. Nikaambia Shafi busikia say bro. Shafi akanza lakini bro mother they are singing in English. Nikamwambia this is what's hot bro. Unaona? So for a long time Shafi amekuwa akitake a lot of credit. But hata Shafi ni fan wa Klepto na anajua. I mean, I just needed to set that record straight because it wasn't sitting well in my spirit that people are trying to get credit where
you deserve.
Man, nah, man.
But kila try to understand ni on this flight back wewe na Roba and pia mkiwa Dubai. Hapo mko mnajua like that's Klepto imeisha ama bado mko mna feel? Were you still tight? Were you still enjoying doing music together? Ama ilikuwa ile mnafanya tu show na ujiado?
Well, kulikuwa na hiyo. We just needed to get our stacks together. Pesa ilikuwa muhimu, but the brotherhood, that hiyo bond haiwezi breakiwa. I got introduced to Robert Manyasa through Nyamari. And having grown up with Nyamari as a childhood friend.
Nyamari nani? Sinibio ndio jina nani?
Nyashinski.
Mwasi mtu kuziji na Nyashinski. Nimesikia mpaka kuna DJ Shinsky. So I just assume it's a nini name. It's a, what is it called? It's a Kisii name. It's not?
Nyamari.
Nyashinski is not a Kisii name also?
Well, now Nyashinski is a Kisii name.
Because kuna DJ Shinsky.
Sidio?
Yeah.
He's officially made it a Kisii name.
Because kuna DJ Shinsky. So I was assuming it's just...
DJ Shinsky ni wa Omogutsi pia.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm hoping.
I
'Cause
hope
why the hell...
find out anafaa
Oh, okay.
kutuchanua.
Okay. So muli grow up na Nyamari.
Tuli grow up.
Same neighborhood.
Yes.
Muli grow up.
Nairobi West.
Oh, okay.
The melting pot of Nairobi's flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we grew up in Nairobi West. I moved with my mom to Nairobi West in 20... No?
2000?
No, 1988.
Oh, 1988.
88,
Okay.
yes.
So 1988 mlienda chuo same?
No. So I got to meet him through a friend of mine, the late Benson Katana. Rest in peace. So Ben and I used to play, video games. Akaniambia, namwambia we kuna mse mwingine ako na cartridge zingine deadly. Ama unajua kuna mse mwingine ako na Sega area.
Yeah.
Anajua kuna mse mwingine hapa mazeni ibongo anaitwa Nyash. Nikamwambia wapi? Nikaenda kummeet. Maze the first time nilikuwa nashindwa. Hiki kisembona kinajisikia hivi. But ilikuwa personality, yani ni mse very cool, laid out, ana maneno mob. So tuka click. Tulikuwa nacheza pamoja, childhood friends, riding bikes.
How old?
I think I was 10.
Uko 10, okay. Yeah.
And about 94, 9 years, 95, 10. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then when did the love for music ilingia wapi hapa? Ndio mkaanza?
So love your music ilikuwa. So we used to literally exchange CDs. Uko na hii nini umesikia hii nini. But by the time I was joining high school, I did not know that he was in Nairobi school.
Oh, okay.
So when I joined Nairobi school, I'm like, aya, bro, pia uko hapa. Yeah. But him and Robawa were a year ahead.
Oh,
so they're my seniors. So he's my big brother. Roba is my big brother. So Nyash introduced me to Roba. So at the point we came back from the States, when Yashinsky remained behind, I felt like I needed to hold the hand of my big brother Roba and still maintain that bond, because nilikuwa nimefikiria ndaanzisha career yangu solo. But nikarealize, wacha nioneka tunaweza piga na Roba. That's when Roba can introduce us kwa Yulopa.
Yeah.
And in the process of going to the studio where Yulopa is related to Guido.
Oh, okay.
Kibukosia.
Yeah.
And then Guido is the father to Kusma, aka Marcus.
Okay, yeah.
Who ended up being the producer of Camp Mula. So by hanging out in the studio all the time, and we're seeing now, salesi tumemaliza kurekod, tumechill ndo kina Marcus wana sneak in ku record mavitu zao. So that's how that whole circle became.
That's interesting, though. So okay, but now wacha tubongejua maybe personal life yako kidogo. So umesema mulimove na madhako, kwani were you an only child? Kwa unasema juu ya
niko na siblings.
Okay. Kwa hiyo wewe ndio first last?
I'm the last of my mother's children. Yes, but we have a very big family. We're a blessed big family. Yes.
Okay, what do you mean by you're the last of your dad was polygamous? If you're the last of your mother's children, inamaanisha wewe ndio last born wa mother. But inamaanisha kuna wa last born wengine. Na kaa kutoka kwa mothers lazima kutoka kwa Buddha.
Hakuna adopted.
Okay.
Kuna inaweza kuwa pia adopted, but kuna song actually kuna song na address hiyo kitu. Sema wazazi walianza huruma, mimi nikazaliwa auta, kidogo ndoa ikachuchuma, West ikakuwa ndo mtaa.
Okay.
Saint C Mac kiuna tulipanda hadi patch. Toka form 2 tuka form crew ikakuwa mega, yani catch.
Kali.
It's a nice flow.
Maze, thank you, man. So that time doa ilichuchuma.
So ndoa kuchuchumana namaanisha buda na madha waliachana.
Alisepa.
Shida
Sasa hizi dysfunction ya African families, I mean every African home has its own shenanigans. Yeah, so I guess that was theirs. But it forced now my mom to leave, and at that time I was very young, so we moved to Nairobi West.
Alafu I think a lot of African families hizo siku ziko zina break because of violence. Ilikuwa domestic violence. Yenye ilikuwa hivyo pia.
Easy. My late father was a very silent man. Very silent.
Oh, okay.
Alikuwa mpole sana. I think mi kuongea kwangu hivyo venye mubonga mi nimeget kutoka kwa madhe literally unacheki. But they had their own issues, like, you know, when you think of our parents and that generation that came into the city, and especially when cities were being established, so you think about it, when guys were coming into this city in the 70s, there was a lot of pressure. Now think about it this way. The parents, anyone who gave birth to anyone, and this is inspired by one of, there's a mentor that I have, a spiritual mentor who said once, any parents who gave birth to guys prior to 75 were very straight people. So our grandparents were, lying was not an option. They didn't have any access to, they didn't know the digital world. They were not manipulative. They were not controlling. Now, and they had the fear of God.
Yeah.
And another thing, they never bought food.
Yeah. Food ilikuwa.
They grew their own food and then they traded with whatever they had. So you can only imagine.
Yeah.
Now, come in our folks, our parents. They grabbed that fear of God, but because of the governments that were being set, that's when we were becoming republics.
Yeah.
Anyone who came in the city had to fuata mtaratara ya the government that was in place, which was full of manipulation and control. So many men carried the same culture to their homes, among other things. When you talk of foundations and Freemasonry. That's the foundation of Nairobi.
Yeah.
You see? So, because men were then picked to compete against each other, that's why you are seeing the culture even on the roads. Me first. Hii ni yangu. It affected homes. How the people who had more money ended up behaving vis-a-vis those ones who did not have that kind of access. Shot down the egos of so many men. It was so bad that even this culture of a man having another wife on the side became okay. We're not saying polygamy did not exist. Now I'm talking about whatever was
going on.
That wasn't polygamy.
Yeah, mpango wa kando. As long as hajakuwa introduced as a wife ni mpango wa kando, yeah.
And it was so bad that even if that mpango wa kando was someone's wife.
Yeah.
Now imagine the kind of relationship that men had here from that time. Now, those are parents prior 75, parents after 75, then parents from 95 or 85. Now, sisi tuko na hiyo fear of God kidogo, but tuko na manipulation na control. Now, this doesn't sit well with our kids today. But now imagine those folks who are not liberal enough to think that way, who are still trying to reinforce a certain way of thinking to these kids who are in a digitalized world. Impossible. So African families have a long way to go. But I suppose it's our responsibility to see to it that our purposes are realized.
Okay. So So by the time mother ana separate na buda mkimove to
Nairobi West.
mlikuwa wasonga kwa hiyo nyumba
two man
iko tu na madhako
mi na madhe tu
kwani au siblings wengine walikuwa old
walibaki na mzae walikuwa older
walibaki na mzae so ulireziwa tu na mother ulikuwa tu ni
mother ndo alianza kwanza alafu baadaye akapata mtu mwenye wanapendana na sasa huo ndo sasa akakuwa mzangu da
okay this is interesting so akadivorce budako akarimari so vila rimari ali have watoi tena amazi
zizi
so ilikuwa tu niwe
ni mimi tu
no budako step alikuwa na watoi wake au pia alimove in
zizi
alikuwa pia washakuwa big
yes
okay now growing up with a stepdad how's that because now you're formative years like you're a teenager you're rebellious
it was amazing because he did what he just needed to do
he
really didn't have to but he stepped into those shoes you know but in as much as he was also like in terms of he had a lot to attend to he made time
okay
yeah so I can count myself blessed and those are one of the things that give me hope about men in this country
okay na hii time budako now your biological dad still alive
so see at some point both passed
both men
yeah
okay what happened
see sasa that's now the big question like you find
who passed away first that
hiyo inaweza kakuchorea kidogo hiyo swali
okay sa understand inaitangwa iko nene we go there
hiyo iko sawa
sawa so how old were you by then
nilikuwa bado hizi ya zangu tu I think just about after high school
okay and then sana zataka kujua relationship yako cause vile tulikuwa na Christopher hapa alisema nyini kuzo I think alisema first cousins so ni first cousins biologically ama
yes. first cousins biologically
okay
yeah.
so how akoniza tukumbusha
bro his late father was my biological father's older brother
okay.
So mzae wa Christophe ndo alishika budangu mkono akija Nairobi but sasa mi ndo big brother ya Christophe mi ndo nilikamshika mkono sasa yani ni live too but he's my small brother man and I love him so much he's a great phenomenal artist and I like what he's become anaitwa Mluya
okay and nini pia nilisikia kwa hiyo family there's also another person famous person
we are a family of great people
so who else comes from the family
oh you don't want me to get started
yeah
you don't want me to get started bro
get started
list itaisha
you have the time
itaisha lini
niko nene we have time
kabla my grandfather kabla atuache alikuwa na about 250 grandchildren
okay
so I think now we're about 500 and counting about
yeah
and this can be confirmed by one Mr. Robert Burale
okay
yes
okay
now Robert Burale is senior a senior brother yes his late father was the third son of our grandfather so his late father was my father's eldest brother
eldest brother same mother
yes
okay damn okay. It's a big family okay and so did he play a role in you getting saved because ye mwenyewe he's born again we know him for that
the person who played the role who contributed to me getting saved had a lot to do with Phoebe, the mother of my daughter,
yeah,
and my spiritual mentor. Yes.
Okay, let's talk about what ulikuwa nasema ilikuwa like somehow ili play part as a turning point and this was after viloli join the advertising industry. Yes. So advertising industry will join when? Because 2007 I'd say last Klepto song, then you start doing your solos. I remember you guy ilikuwa 2009 ama
2014.
See, you guy ilikuwa I was still at Ghetto Radio.
That then die. No.
2014 bro. 2013, 2014.
Yeah.
Nilikuwa nishatoka Ghetto.
Yeah. I remember even there's some individuals you used to admire that.
Yeah.
You are hata you guy
Kwa sisi mi na Rapture tulikuwa Ghetto Radio, tulikuwa tunaitana you guy, so mpaka hata leo suitanaga you guy. Rapture kikama pa you guy. So tulikuwa tunaitana hivi 2008 2009. So that's why I'm assuming in my head I always assume we also played this song when it came out, because I remember nilikuwa nashindwa like kuna watu wanaweza fikiria maybe tumewakopi lakini wana need kujua because we used to do it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that effect because the concept of you guy was based on how we talked.
Yeah.
Even as boys in our circles. You guy bana. You guy.
Yeah. But mimi tofauti ni nyinyi mkiongea hivyo mlikuwa in your natural habitat. Mi na Rapture tukisema it was to make a joke of people who talk like that.
Sasa sirio song ilikam hivyo. Even though your song juu when we used to hang out now with kina wanitwaje Gabu, Frasha na Bonai.
Yeah.
We even when you unasema we used to, it's like you're taking you're taking one out of how guys in our different circles hang out. So there was a certain circle of guys who spoke like that.
Yeah.
And it was a culture on its own. Classes. So kulikuwa na mabestetu, kulikuwa na mbogi fulani maze, special shout out to kina Dudus. Special shout out to kina Ngokwale maze, special shout out to kina maze JP maze. Too fresh maze. Kwanza ilikuwa wale wasa rugby. Wasa rugby. So unaweza imagine Fladis, yo mbogi sana. Na ilikuwa ni wase wenye of course wame grow up within Nairobi natives.
Yeah.
So salen nilikuwa na bonga hiyo design tukiona Gabu alikuwa anacheka. Gabu alikuwa anacheka, ananiambia burudie sasa mimi nilikuwa naipiga hiyo speech, naweza ipiga yani tunaipiga tu speech paka akasema see we do a song called You Guy.
Oh, okay.
And that idea came when we were together with P-Unit in Juba. Tulikuwa tumeenda show Juba. Gabu akaniambia we tukirudi hivi Nairobi we are recording that song.
Okay. Na nani li produce? Kuzilikuwa na hiyo sample ya nini?
Msiox.
Okay. Me I think in my mind, cause me na Rapture tumekuwa tukitumia for so long, cause even till now this is 15 years later we still call each other you guy. Na cheki lakini si tukianzisha ilikuwa strictly this is Ghetto Radio. Let's use kitu ya kibabi kuenjoy tu mababi. So ilikuwa like hey you guy like tulikuwa na hizo za ati namuuliza like hey weekend yako ilikuwa aje? Aniambia nilienda kuhanga out na mababi, so ilikuwa inabidi lazima ni blend in. So
maze
let me squale.
Sindo hiyo.
Let me squale is like that.
Lakini wacha kusho hiyo kitu yo bamba sana ukihanga out kwanza na mababi usikie tu yani yani ni it's just a whole different vibe. Ngwanyezi
hizo sawa.
Let me chomoka.
Kulikuwa na hizo. Okay, so now pass water to go back to 2008 una try a solo career, si ndio? So uliwork for how long before jipate umeingia now Scanad?
So tulifanya album na Roba.
Mlifanya?
Now is the time. Ilikuwa na mziki ka She's magnetic, has a magnetic force on me. She is magnetic. That girl has a magnetic force on me.
Yes.
Na Psycho. Na Yulopangoma. 2010 11 hiyo Camp Mulo deal 12 ndo nikajoin agency.
Oh, okay.
But at that point nilikuwa na supplying to agency a lot.
Uko na supplying?
Sasa wakitafuta creative direction, wakitafuta ideas za mziki, communication basically.
Yeah.
Jingles, script. So I used to supply to agency, whether through Ogilvy and Martha's, whether through any one of the other agencies. I was that guy. Through a special shout out to the late Eric Ndavi.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yendo alinishika mkono sana hizo magigs. So kama unakumbuka ile kulikuwa na ad ilikuwa ya Mamas, Road to Mamas 2009. Yenye ilifanywa Kasarani.
Yeah.
So we actually shot that in India.
Oh, okay.
Through Mojo Production, and Eric Ndavi was the head creative of that. So he held my hand after that. Akanintroduce. Sasa nikaget kurub shoulders na ma creative gurus wengine kina Andrew White. You know, we sat down, compared notes. At that time I was telling, then he called me again. The late Eric Ndavi akaniambia, Collo, you know, whenever I do a pitch I need you. Kamwambia, yo, I got you, bro. Akaniambia, so Airtel coming up with something. And they want an anthem. Can you come up with something?
Yeah.
254 254 tukaitengeneza.
Yeah.
Got the job, ilikuwa successful. The next thing nikaambia Mr. Andrew White, yo, give me another gig, man, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Akanirushia Airtel Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
Got the job.
Airtel Nigeria uliwaduya?
So there was a campaign called $50. Basically how friends connect through, at that time, Airtel. And there's a story of a boy who went to get a tattoo because he's an artist. And then when he was going to get a tattoo, he had to rush out of the tattoo parlor because he was needed, because his breakthrough, his song was being played somewhere. So the tattoo never got finished. Actually, the ad is on. It's available online.
Oh, okay.
So I was given the script and I was asked to translate that into music.
Yeah.
Got into the studio with the team. And now this is a Nigerian market. You can only imagine. So I think they had tried reaching out to producers there. But there was a miscommunication. I don't know what happened. Because even at the point I got here, I did the demos and I called some Nigerian friends of mine to record the song, the jingle.
Yeah.
And when I got 3 of them to do the demos, I decided to do one myself and play the accent of a Nigerian.
Yeah.
Then we submitted. So during the listening sessions, the representative from Nigeria selected my version.
Oh.
And then they went to shoot. When they went to shoot, when they were going to look for the casting for the guy who's going to play the part of $50, I think Nigerians pulled a Nigerian. So guys didn't show up for the casting. So Andrew calls me all the way in Nigeria and told me, yo, Collo, you mentioned that you have some friends of yours in Nigeria. We're looking for casting, and the guy who we gave the responsibility to do the casting has snaked us. What goes on? Can you link us up to that guy now? The guy I linked him up with is Kevin Chuang Pam. Special shout out to you, Kevo. Kevin was the winner of Big Brother Revolution 2010. I was a guest artist at the Big Brother Revolution house in SA in end of 2009. And this guy ended up winning a week later, but the week before I was the guest artist.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that he would win. I didn't even anticipate that, but he won and he invited me to Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
So my first trip to Nigeria, and when we toured there, was courtesy of Kevin Chuang Pam, who we ended up becoming boys. And then when Andrew went to shoot the Airtel ad and they wakakosa nini mtu, I connected him to Kevin. Kevin sent his guys. and they got the guy.
Oh, okay.
So by the time I was boarding the flight back from Nigeria, because I was overlooking the music, I got a chance of, Andrew just told me, why don't you try out agency?
Okay.
Understand how the business works, learn what you can, get what you can, still do your music if you're interested.
Yeah.
But just clock in, clock out at 5. I told him, cool. So I came back to Kenya, and October 12th, October 8th, actually, 2012, I joined agency
Okay.
as a copywriter.
Yeah. Copyright ufanya nini?
Copywriter ndo ana overlook any text
Yeah.
yenye natembea kwa communication. That among other things, like making sure that, you know, all the words are in order.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Mark Fidelo says less is more.
I don't know kama boy wetu alikuwa hiyo place hiyo time. Kuna boy wetu alikuwa na wakapo alikuwa anaitwa Humphrey.
Namkumbuka Humphrey fiti sana.
Kwa Humphrey ndio tunafanya naye raia.
Namkumbuka.
Oh, okay. Alikuwa hiyo time Yeye alikuwa akwa copywriter
Humphrey, which department? I think art director ama.
Alikuwa art. Okay, cuz alikuwa mkali animation and such. So salo yako ya kwanza agency
ilikuwa Jill na
Okay.
200 plus.
Yeah. Cause around the time ndio musikiaga ukisema ulikuwa na handle like a lot of money. I think
sana.
even kwa hiyo interview tulifanyaga baadaye kuna time ulibonga juodo. So ni 200 plus alafu where was the extra money coming from?
Sasa si ma deals za kando tu. Kustia afloat.
Yeah.
So unajua hiyo time maze concept ya minimalism haiko imeingia kaa sahi.
Yeah.
So you wanted to have everything that you can, even what you did not need. Yeah, so nilikuwa na mabiashara zangu za kando.
Si unasema like the best months ungetengeza doka ngapi?
1.5.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And sasa how ulistay standard for how long?
2 years.
2 years. And then ulikuwa nasema by the time ulitoka standard ulikuwa in debt. Kwa nini?
Sasa unajua
In hindsight,
umeingia na ujanja ile niko na salo, niko na payslip. Wacha ni access facility. Nikachukua loan
3.5 ulikuwa unachukua, ulikuwa na buy nini? Ama maybe ulichukua higher than that.
Shughuli tu. Pilika.
Ulikuwa how much?
Ilikuwa ka 3 million hivi.
Ilikuwa
kwanza 1.5 alafu nika top up. So shamba nini.
Najua.
Vitu tu kukimbiza. Yeah. So that was that.
Yeah. Job ikakatika.
Waliambia we've realized that copywriting is no longer your forte. So hizo maze maji wanajua vipoa sana maze. Nilikuwa nimechukua facility.
Hiyo time loan uko nalipa ngapi per month? Kusikichukua 3.5 hiyo inakani domo per month. 70 something. Okay. Not so bad. Niko nafikiri hata ni so moja na. But I understand for your time kwa domo sana. Okay. So haukuwa na save hii time yote ukitengeneza hii domo mzuri? How's your life like? Because mupenda sana kubongajia money management. Ndio so juu it's not about getting money, it's about staying with it.
Ilikuwa issue sasa hapo kulikuwa na financial discipline, ilikuwa na lack juu issue sasa ilikuwa maisha hiyo time nilikuwa nimesurroundiwa na my yes men wengi I guess. Na ni agency, so agency life ilikuwa crazy bro.
So circle yako ya friends pia ilikuwa from the agency pia?
Sana. Ilikuwa crazy. Hata come to think of it. Enyewe wale waswali nilikuwa nadunda nao hiyo time hawakuwa wanaweza. Hawakuwa wanaweza.
Yeah.
I guess kila mtu mazee alikuwa na try ku stand out as cool. Yeah, caught up. I guess we're just caught up in our own bubble.
So time you'd spent a lot on drinks ama how would the money, like let's say you made 250 at the end of the month, how much would you have before the next salary?
0.
uko na spend on what? Were you living in an expensive house?
Sikumbuki hata.
But keja ulikuwa na live kwa keja expe? Maybe a so
Z.
Oh, okay. 40-50?
They're about.
Which is good. Which is because also ufai kutumia more than 30%. So you had, I think ulikuwa na range up to 80.
It's something spiritual. It's not even more so about what I was spending on. You see that conversation? Because later on after that, let's say, so in 2016, I got a chance of, so after agency,
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what am I going to do, because you're getting calls from debt collectors
Yeah.
every day, everywhere. Yes, kuna majob zimejipa ile kutry kunini. I got a really good, actually, God bless, may his soul rest in peace. Eric Ndavi, the late,
Yeah.
aliniorganizea gig ingine hapo ya kudu music ya boxer. Sinduthi.
Yeah.
Na nilikuwa ni deal ya kudu regions za Congo, Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya and Angola.
Yeah.
5 regions. Hiyo job ililipa fiti. So hiyo ndo time yenye nilikuwa najaribu kulipa hiyo loan pia na kusort out vitu zingine. But ilifika point maze niliambia wase debt collectors upiga simu. Niliwasho sasa fanyeni hivi. Nimefanya kenye naweza. Na pali nimefika ni venye kuko. Acheni kunisumbua. It got to a point I just told them that. But at that point I started reading a lot. And as coming from a copywriter's background, I was cognizant to the fact that I'm a lyricist.
Yeah.
And I've seen what my lyrics have, the kind of impact it's had in the lives of different people. So when it came to words, I narrowed back to reading, and then I was interested to pursue the word of God.
Okay.
Yes. So that's when I read a book around fear. Then I was interested in receiving that salvation in Christ. Yeah. And at the end of 2014,
Yeah.
it was either I go to Stato or
Nini kuna kungoja states ukienda?
sasa ile tu kuishia tu states, madhe yuko huko, na figure myself out, nionekana naweza fanya majob huko. But God had other plans. I received Christ, gave my life to Jesus, and it was the beginning of a new chapter and a new season for me. Because after that, I ended up sitting for discipleship to understand what life is. My spirituality took another direction, having come back from a Christian home, of course, raised as a Catholic believer, the Catholic faith. I understood religion differently because then I received Christ, not in Catholicism, and not to say that Christ is not there. No, he's everywhere.
Yeah.
But you just need to receive that. So I agreed to receive that salvation, and it found me in a Pentecostal movement.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Of course, imeni remind hapo mbeleni ulikuwa umesema according to wewe I think that Nairobi iko na basis ya Freemasonry. What did you mean by that?